Yo, school sucks, bruh. We all know, but you know, sucks more school rules, bruh. Cause these rules, some are actually doable, but others are the most stupidest thing in the entire existence. What are you talking about? That I can't have my phone, and if I have my phone, it has to be in my backpack, buddy. What am I gonna do? And also, with the school, like phones especially, why can't I have them during lunch? I don't know if y'all can have your phones during lunch, but I can't. What are they distracting during lunch? Am I eating? Like, what are you talking about? But yeah, we're reacting to school rules that make absolutely no sense. Subscribe to him. Please subscribe to me. We're only 2 subs off of 600. And yeah, I'll do some whenever we're at 600. But I am leaving tomorrow for like the entire week, so y'all won't see me. So yeah, it'll just be like I didn't upload again for another 9 days. I'm kind of cooked. But yeah, let's go.
Welcome to school.
Ah! I want to be there. Alright, my bad.
The place where you sit at a desk questioning your entire existence and
Swear.
why you're even there. However, in the confusion, you do run into a lot of people, weird people, make new experiences, and most of all, figure out what it means to be a half-decent human being. Part of figuring out what makes a decent person, though, is through your teachers.
My God.
Growing up, teachers practically play one of the most,
they definitely do.
important roles in a child's life. Like, you don't even realize it, but niggas are spending most of
YN, big bro on
their development years with their teachers. They're damn near co-parents.
Now, legit though, like, you actually see your teachers more than you see your parents. Cause you just go to school at like 6 for like 6 hours, 6 or 7 hours. Don't do it. We're going like 6 or 7 hours, and then you get home for like 3, right? No, you get home at like 3, so you got like 6 hours. So I mean, some of y'all probably go to bed at 8. So if you go to bed at 8, you see your teachers more than you see your parents, which is actually sad.
Then you get a little older and you're not in school anymore. When you finally realize half of the beliefs they were instilling in your brain and putting you through made absolutely no sense at all. Like, I remember being hella young. Like fucking first, second, third grade type of young.
I cannot remember though.
You couldn't just be late. Like if school started at 9 a.m. and you pulled up to the building at 9:01, you couldn't just simply go to class. Fuck no. Instead,
you had to be at like, you had to go
buzz your ass in because
you had to go inside of the office.
Outside freezing your ass off, they finally let you in. Only to then have you wait in a long ass line full of all the other niggas who were late, just so you could get a dumbass late slip.
I know, nothing does not do nothing.
By the way, it was literally just a way to keep a record of how many times you were late in their system. As if they were what, gonna fucking kick you out the damn school? After waiting an additional 15 minutes in that line, only making you even more late, you finally reach the front, where the secretary only now thinks it's the perfect time to look you square in the face and say, "Why are you late?"
Buddy, I don't know, cause I was 1 minute late. What do you expect from me? Like, I left early.
Because the fucking 8-year-old is going to be able to come up with a feasible response as if they even know what the hell is going on in the first place. Like, anytime I got asked this dumbass question, I had 2 responses. 1, no response at all. 2, I don't know. She would then proceed to exaggerate her disappointed expression on her face when she prints my late slip. She ain't even put it in my hand. She didn't even, my school, they don't even print them. They just, like, already have a stack of, like, tardy slips, because they know that so many people are late, so you really just get up there. They have to unlock the door for you, and then they let you in. They're like, "Why are you late?" You explain, and they say, "Grab a tardy slip and don't be late." That's all they do. It on the table, and I had to take it and walk out. It's now been 20 minutes since school started where I'm finally walking to class. And the anxiety you would feel walking into the class late should have been a fucking crime. Like, after putting your bag away, you could either get lucky and the door was already open, allowing you to low-key just
you gotta wait for them teachers to open the door, and then whenever they did, everybody's staring you down like you a murderer or something. They'd be like looking at you like you caused World War II. Cause like, bro, they all turn their head, be like, yo, look at this nigga. Like, bro, it's actually insane.
Or the door's locked and now you have to knock. And when you do, all eyes are on you. Then when you finally get in the class, you have to slow.
Why does this actually look like exactly like my science room in like 5th grade? What the? Yo, that's insane.
In the class, you have to slowly perform the walk of shame while the
to your desk,
and hand her your late slip and then go sit down.
It's one of the most embarrassing things of the entire day.
Is this even a thing? After this happening enough times, eventually your primary school teacher will pull you aside and tell you that this is not gonna slide in high school. Then you get to
High school do not care,
high
bro.
school, and the building doesn't actually lock in the morning, so when it's time to get to class, you can just walk there regardless of what time it actually is. However, when you get to your classroom door, it will be locked. And when it is, you will have to knock. In this situation, you had two types of teachers. The one that fucked with you and would just let you in as they didn't mark attendance yet, or the one that hated and despised everything regarding your existence, so they would signal you through the window to go get your damn late slip. Now you're walking back to the office where there's another line. However, it's not as long, and most importantly, no one gives a fuck. Like, by the time you're in high school, it becomes more of a nuisance to go get a damn late slip because no one actually gives a fuck. Like, your teacher doesn't even want the late slip. They literally just make you go get it just to piss you off even more. And similar to the first situation, eventually your teacher will pull you to the side and say, hey, like, when you get older in college, this is not gonna slide. Then you get to college, and
you can literally just leave.
Doesn't even exist. Considering by
The school, like in college, I've heard that like you can leave. They do not care. Like you can literally leave. Like they get paid no matter what. Like they'll teach without you. They don't care.
Barely anyone even shows up. There's no such thing as being late in college. It just quickly turns into you show up when you show up. If you show up at all. Despite everything you've been taught up until this point, you quickly realize it only actually matters if you have a lab or an exam. And even then, niggas were still late to that shit all the time. Then you finish college.
Yeah, because they'd start the test like 20 minutes into class.
And you're now in the real world where you learn people are still late to literally everything. Like appointments, work, fucking hangouts with your friends. Nobody is on time to anything anywhere.
Yeah.
Like, for some reason, school plants this idea that if you are late, Medusa's gonna fucking spawn in and just turn you into stone. And then you get older and you realize how unnecessary any of this fucking shit was. The entire education system heavily fixates on the idea that the better grades you get, the better student you are. I'm sure everyone remembers that one nigga that would deadass start crying because they scored a 98 out of 100 and missed by 2 fucking points. Those fucking dickheads.
I'm happy if I get like a 75. So it's like I'm still average. C's average, D's below average. I don't care. I got a D. Like, buddy, I'm still passing the test. Like, I'm still passing the class.
Obviously, you should aim to get good grades. Like, don't be that nigga who just flunks absolutely anything and everything. But I learned being that person who always aimed for 100% was probably one of the dumbest things you can do.
Yeah, probably. Because you can't like enjoy school. Like, school is like not fun no matter what. But like, when you get home and just you instantly start studying until you like are dead and drop, you can't like have fun. Cause I don't study and my friends don't study either that much, and we still pass them. And we get to, and we go outside, we do everything, we enjoy ourselves, but we still pass and get decent grades. So like, you don't have to like have like study, like nah.
Anxiety, unnecessary fucking fatigue that goes into trying to maintain a perfect grade, especially at the age of 16, is just completely unnecessary.
You got C's, you're fine, bro.
Those kids who sacrifice their youth for the sake of grades.
Yeah.
To get older and then realize they have damn near experienced practically nothing. The amount of people.
I'm gonna be honest. The only school like section that matters is really high school, cause that's when they start adding your GPT or whatever it's called. I don't fucking know. Like GDA or GPT or I don't fucking know whatever it's called. But that's when they start like actually adding, and that's when you should at least get B's or something. But in like elementary and middle school, just get C's, bro. It don't matter.
I grew up with that did a complete 180 the other direction. This shit started young too. Like elementary school, they were averaging 95s. Then high school came and they didn't even go to class anymore and would just fucking play with themselves or smoke all day.
Yeah.
Crazy. Then the high school to college jump appears. And this one's terrifying because for the first time, these niggas have a little bit of freedom from their parents. And so you just watch these people start doing everything the niggas who weren't on Elysian High School were doing. Then I was in college and it became normal to get 50s and 60s in my damn engineering program. And if you got 70s, niggas thought you were fucking cheating. Like I'm talking, it didn't matter if it was a quiz, an assignment, a fucking exam.
Whoa, what the fuck was that?
Then I was in college and it became normal to get 50s and 60s in my damn engineering program. And if you got 70s, niggas thought you were fucking cheating. Like I'm talking, it didn't matter if it was a quiz and
what the this gonna draw the Yo, did this guy actually draw the marketing guy?
assignment, a fucking exam, every nigga's always wishing for a fucking bell curve. The year is 2025, and unless you're trying to become a doctor, lawyer, or a goddamn brain surgeon, your grades do not matter at all. Like, most jobs do not give a fuck about your education, they just want you to have experience. No employer ever
Yeah.
asked me what grade I got in my network administration course in my final year, or my fucking grade for data structures and algorithms using Java. They simply just do not give a fuck. Like, school created this belief that your grades matter so much when in reality, no one actually cares. I'll never forget when one of my elementary school teachers saw my name on the honor roll list for fucking 9th grade when visiting. And then she said, "Oh wow, I'm surprised you made it this far." What the
Wow,
fuck?
that's
And
insane.
looking back at it, school also had this major fixation on the need for memorizing literally everything.
I swear. Like, honestly, half the stuff you learn in school will only be used on on the test for that. You will never use trigonometry. You'll never use the Pythagorean theorem. You'll never use like syllabus. Like, you'll never use half the stuff. All you really got to know is basic multiplication and a little bit of like fractions. So like, because that you'll actually see that. But ain't nobody using no Pythagorean theorem to find out how much time it takes to bake cookies. Like, no.
Like, this was one of the core reasons niggas were so against school. Why the
Swear.
fuck did I have to memorize the definition for the most niche word only located in chapter 6, page 5 of my history textbook? Or remember when you had to do mental math or even regular ass math equations
Dog, I got your sense. I have.
without the use of a calculator? What? Like, I deadass remember some teachers telling me in life you aren't always going to have a calculator, therefore
Yes, you will.
you should be able to solve things without one. Yeah, fucking right. By the time I got to high school and even college, teachers started looking at you like you had the fucking bubonic plague if you walked into that damn exam room without your damn calculator. I'll never
Legit. Cause like in elementary school, you can't have a calculator. But in like when you're starting in like 7th grade, like pre-algebra, algebra, and like all that other stuff, you have a calculator. You need to have a calculator. Like, you don't just walk in there without a calculator.
forget the time one of my boys tried performing a calculus exam in college without his damn calculator.
Oh heck
That
no,
shit
you're an
was
it.
so bad. 40 minutes into the exam, the professor actually recognized he didn't have one and literally said he can leave the exam and go find one if he needs to. He declined the offer
Yo.
anyways, proceeding to fail the exam. Granted, he knew the calculator wasn't gonna save him. He didn't fucking study. But that just shows you how bullshit of an idea it was to make niggas do math without a fucking calculator. It just didn't make
I mean,
any
I
sense
guess if
at
you
all.
like know good enough mental math, you don't have to use your calculator as much, because it can save time. But I mean, you still like nah.
Or even how some of the studying schemes worked in general. Like, I remember growing up, they forced niggas to study literally all of the course material, and school quickly just becomes a game of memorization. Then by the time you get to college, you notice two things. One, you have much more open book exams. Two, most of your exams actually let you have a cheat sheet. So you can just imagine how much info niggas were putting on those damn sheets. Then you get to the real world and you learn that if you're ever genuinely confused, you can literally just search the internet for an
Yeah.
answer or simply just fucking ask someone. Like, school made it seem like you need to have absolutely all 226 lecture slides or fucking pages in your notebook memorized on the most niche topics. Because when you get a job, they're gonna make sure you can recite all of it. Only to then realize
they're
that if
not.
you don't know something, you could just search for it. This shit is not an ongoing exam. You're allowed to not know things. In fact, it's legitimately impossible to know everything. You're always gonna have to be learning. Like, this is one of the prime reasons why hella employers wouldn't even give a fuck about your education to begin with, because it's strictly just theory and memorization. You'll notice actually applying and learning things are always two completely separate ballgames.
What the?
But school teaches you otherwise. If you fail to memorize the concepts and recite the answers bar for bar for the exam review questions, you're now considered a failure, or better yet, a bad student. How does
Oh,
that make
no.
sense? And don't even get me started on due dates. Like, looking back at it, when you're
God.
younger, due dates shouldn't even exist.
In my school, you don't really have due dates, but like they'll put in it like a not graded or like a 0 in it if you don't. But you do have to the end of the year to like retake it or do it and turn it in. You have to the end of the quarter or semester or whatever. But yeah, we don't really have due dates, I guess.
In elementary school, you couldn't even fail. A lot of my niggas caught on to this and just said fuck it and then never handed anything in. Teachers would be talking about some, yeah, this is due next Friday. And we would all just look at each other and just try not to fucking laugh. They always used to tell us in high school the teacher isn't going to chase you for assignments, or this isn't gonna slide in high school. Then niggas got to high school and teachers wouldn't even chase, they would hunt you for that damn missing assignment. By the time you got to college, you might get like one professor who will give you a 0 if you hand something in late, but all the other fucking 20 of them will just deduct a percentage based on how late it was. And even
Yeah,
I
that's
still
how
knew
it's
profs
good.
that hunted students down for assignments to try to help them out.
That's
so
what my
they don't
fifth grade
fucking
teacher
fail.
was.
Because newsflash, it's actually a lot more work to fail a student than to pass them because they gotta now fill out a bunch of paperwork they do not want to fucking fill out. And once you get to the real world, those due dates are now for projects, meetings, and all that fucking bullshit, but they just become delayed or pushed back like the date never even fucking mattered. It just was not that serious. Like, all in all, school made it seem like it was the end of the world if you weren't the perfect student or
Yeah.
fucking person. You gotta get hella good grades, never be late, always hand things in on time, blah, blah, blah. But none of it actually ever mattered. I know hella people that barely finished high school and are doing just fine. I also know people that graduated college and are doing even worse. There's no rules in this game of life. And it's so interesting how, looking back, there was just these grown-ass people telling a bunch of kids and teenagers they suck because of how they acted in school. I mean, you tell me, do you think any of this shit actually matters the way
No.
they say it does? Or is it just another way of playing fear tactics to try to morph you into the individual they really want you to become? I gotta cut this shit off because I'm starting to sound ridiculous.
Yeah. But I hope you enjoy. I know I didn't I was talking a lot, but I mean not really. But I mean, I hope you enjoy. Please subscribe. Cause I'll do something when I get back if we reach 600. And yeah. Bye.